May I request Mr. Sriram to please join us on stage, sir. அப்படி வரலாம்.
நண்பர்கள் அந்த இருவர்களும்
Dr. Soumya to give a very small token. Okay. Thank you so much. We will start the quiz in the next 5 minutes. Thank you. All the 5 teams, please join us on stage. All the 5 teams, finalists of the quiz.
நகரோ சின்னாதவராளி காப்பி சிந்துபைரவி இந்த 6 ராகம் அமைச்சிருக்கு.
Aprameya, can you come to the front desk, please? Aprameya. Sorry, to the stage, please.
ம்,
Sensodyne Rapid Relief.
It can be hard to get your big idea started, to write the first lines of code for software that will change the world.
Amudam, amudam.
Check, check. Hello. Are we good to go? Okay, great. So, welcome to the finals of this Carnatic music quiz. You have 4 rounds, and each question, when it comes to you directly, will have 30 seconds for you to give an answer. And passes, the next team will get 15 seconds to give an answer. Thereafter, it will be 15 seconds only. போயிட்டு வருதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன் இந்த மைக். So you'll get 30 seconds for guessing the correct answer if you are the team to which it's directly being given. Otherwise, you get 15 seconds to give the answer. For the first 2 rounds, the questions will go in this direction. For the reverse 2 rounds, it will go in that direction. Since I am mathematically highly challenged, the marking is very simple. Correct answer gets 1 mark. and if it passes, then you get half a mark. That is the only marking that I understand. And then this round robin, the second question will start from the second team. Adala, I'm incapable of maintaining track, so I'll keep it as simple as possible. So the first round is, can we have the first round? The first round is Jutamu Rare, come and witness. As Tyagaraja said, it is not Juta Murare as it is often written in Tamil Nadu, as though you wanted to apply a slipper on the god or some such thing, but it is Jutamu Rare. So the order is like this. You will have a set of 3 pictures on every question. You have to identify the composition that connects the 3 pictures together. Okay, so take for instance, if you had a picture of Tyagaraja and Sharfoji together, then invariably it would be Nititsala Sukhama. That would be the connection between the pictures. So that is how it works. So let's have question number 1 addressed to team 1. The picture that you have there is the Garuda Sevai of Kanchipuram Varadaraja Swami. Next, you have the picture of Narasimha in Sholingar. And thirdly, you have Muthuswami Dikshita. What is the composition that connects these 3? You're timing it, I hope. Yeah. So you have the Kanchipuram Garuda Sevai, you have Narasimha at Sholingar, and you have Muthuswami Dikshita. So what is the composition that we are speaking of over here?
Narasimha Agacha, Mohan.
Okay, you've got the right answer. It is Narasimha Agacha. Any idea why?
I just guessed based on the Narasimha name. There is
The answer is because of Doddacharya. Doddacharya was a great scholar who lived in Sholingar and every year made the journey to Kanchipuram to witness the Varadaraja Swami festival. When he grew old, he could not do it. And therefore, the Lord in Kanchipuram gives him a jnana drishti by which he is able to see him sitting in Sholingar. So, the line Suruchurya Karigiri Vichara Varada, which comes in Narasimha Agacha, denotes this particular sequence. That is why this song sequence has been put up. The next one. Team 2, you've got Tyagaraja, so you've got 675 compositions to choose from. And then and then you've got this sketch of S. Rajam, where Lord Shiva is coming out in procession on a palanquin. And after that, you have the Panchanadishwara temple Gopuram in Tiruvayar. What is the composition that is being referred to in this particular situation? So you've got Tyagaraja, you've got Shiva, and you've got the Shiva in a palanquin, importantly, and then you have got the Panchanadishwara temple. So what is the, don't give up so quickly. There are not that many songs of Tyagaraja on Shiva, so you just have to mentally run through them and you'll get the answer. Okay, just guessing. So, Ilalalo Pranadarthi Hara. It's not Ilalo Pranadarthi Hara. Look, next team.
Even we were supposed to guess that only. So.
Okay. Team 4. Yeah. Time is up. Next one, last team, team 5. I know.
Is it Nada Tanumanisham?
It's not Nada Tanumanisham. Team 1.
This is the Madhyamavati Kriti Muchata Brahmadulaku Dorakuna.
It is Mutsata Brahmadulaku. And Bhaguga Suswaramulato Vintaragamulano Alapanamu Cheyu, all the musicians singing along with Shiva when he comes out in the Saptasthanam festival, which is with a palanquin. So next we have a fairly simple question for team 3. You have Gopala Krishna Bharati, and then you have the You guessed which is that temple? Well, you are a little long away from that. It's not Chidambaram, but anyway, that's the Tiruvannamalai temple. And you've got Arunachaleshwara coming out in a chariot. What is the composition that connects these three? Gopala Krishna Bharati and Tiruvannamalai and the chariot festival. No.
Sorry.
Okay, team, you have time. You can still think about it. Don't give up that easily. Time is up. Okay, team 4. Team 5. You've got a Smartha and a Vaishnava in this team. Surely you can give an answer. Come on, right. Team 1.
This is the Kriti Kannala Kandeni, which is on the deity of Tiruvannamalai.
Excellent. Uh, tuned in recent times, if I am not mistaken by, no, I've quite forgotten, but I've heard Bharat sing it in Tiruvannamalai itself. And Abhishek Raghuram, I think, tuned the composition in the tune in which Bharat then sang it. It was a phenomenal experience. Who tuned it? You tuned it yourself. Oh, so Bharat tuned it himself, and it was a fantastic experience listening to him sing it in the temple itself. It's a wonderful word picture of the chariot procession of Lord Arunachaleshwara and the only composition by Gopala Krishna Bharati on this particular temple. So, இது வந்து not part of the syllabus. Okay, next we have a slightly, you have to only think and answer. Be careful when you answer. First, you have a picture of Papanasam Shivan. No, it's not Kanakan Kodi Vendum that is coming. So please don't even assume. And next we have the Tiruvarur Their. Okay, so that is the Tyagesha Swami chariot which is coming out in procession in Tiruvarur. Thirdly, you have Lord Tyagesha himself. Papanasam Shivan's first composition and last composition were both composed during the Tiruvarur temple chariot procession. So the first composition and the last composition are on the same temple. They are also on the same in the same raga. So, but I'd like you to identify the first composition. That's what I want. And other teams now have to break this, otherwise we're giving a handicap and eliminating team 1 from the round so that it will pass on. Time is up. Okay, next team. First composition of Papanasam Shivan, very well documented in Tiruvarur.
This is the Kuntalavarali Kriti, Unnai Todika Arulta.
Absolutely, Unnai Tudika Arulta, fantastic. And next time he is going to set the quiz. Now this is a little tough one, I must say. But no, it's not. So this is a simple one. Let's go on with it. You've got Purandara Dasa. Purandara Dasa has not composed. Now this goes to team 5. Purandara Dasa has not composed that many compositions on Shiva. But here you have him there, and then next to him, you have the Mallikarjuna Swami temple in Sri Shailam. And then is there a third picture? Yeah. And this is the chariot procession once again of this particular temple. And Purandara Dasa has visited this particular temple and he has created a composition here, only one song. And people like S. Rajam and all used to sing it very often. So MLV has also sung it. But can you think of the composition? It's a wonderful description of this temple. Okay, 1.
This is Shivadarshana Namagayetu.
Okay, you get the answer. Great. All right, now we go to the audience. We have 2 questions for the audience in this round. The first one, you've got a picture of Palladam Sanjeeva Rao. The next picture is Tyagaraja himself. And the third picture is the Tyagaraja Samadhi in Thiruvayyaru. What is the composition that connects the flautist Palladam Sanjeeva Rao with Tyagaraja and the Thiruvayyaru Tyagaraja Samadhi? Any choices, any answers? You just have to think about the Tyagaraja Aradhana and you will get the answer. Yes, please. Exactly, it is Chetulara Sringaramu because Sanjeeva Rao used to play this composition on his flute every year during the Tyagaraja Aradhana, and therefore it became the tradition that all the flautists will render the song together when in later years. So it is Chetulara, which is congratulations and thank you for answering that. The next question again is a simple one for the audience. You have got Arunachala Kavi in front of Lord Ranganatha, and then you have got Lord Ranganatha himself, and then you've got a picture of the Pranavakara Vimanam. What is the composition that we are talking about over here? So Arunachala Kavi, the Ranganatha idol, and the Pranavakara Vimanam. There is only one you can answer. You are also audience, but you saw the questions earlier, didn't you? Okay, you didn't. Okay. It is Enpalli Kondiraya. So that is because he came and sang the composition there by way of taking permission from the Lord for staging the Ramanatakam. That is why, and it's the only composition of his associated with the Srirangam temple. So that is why Enpalli Kondiraya. So at the end of the first round, I think team 1 has got all the points and the others are yet to open their accounts. Okay, so team 1 is at 30. The others are yet to open their accounts. Let's go to the second round, which is, what is it? Is it the bad word one? Okay. So, in school, we used to always have this thing about miss, some bad words, alla use pandra, miss, etc., etc. Now, Carnatic music composers have been they have used a number of descriptive words, shall I say, in their compositions. And when you look at the lyrics, you sometimes are quite stunned by what they manage to put into the composition. And sometimes when you look at the words, you are a little shocked also. இது எப்படி இந்த மாதிரி வார்த்தையெல்லாம், and you then realize that when it came to composing, they could take liberties. They were able to use all kinds of words in their compositions. So this is what we are going to look at now. The first question goes to team 1 again. Which composer uses the Urdu word harami, meaning unlawful, illegitimate, in a composition? Very, very famous composer. Your time has started.
This is Edutha Nilachite by Tyagaraja. Edutha Nilachite.
Edutha Nilachite by Tyagaraja. Ippudu ee harami tana melara. Why this fraud on your side? You know, harami is such a powerful abuse word in Urdu, but Tyagaraja has decided that he would use it in a composition on Lord Rama. It's one of the it's a very interesting insight into Tyagaraja, that he could think of using a word like this and get away with it as well. Okay, next one. The word Soot in Tamil means patok or bum, right? Soothil adichang, etc., etc. Now, it is used in a Carnatic composition as Soot, the same meaning. It's not giving you something else. So now, who is the composer who has used the word Soot in his composition?
Gopalakrishna Bharati.
No, close, but not Gopalakrishna Bharati. Close.
Wild guess. Shuddhananda Bharati.
No, not Shuddhananda Bharati. Arunachala Kavi, in the advice that Kumbhakarna is giving Ravana, he says, Soothil adithal pal velile vandu vidum pole. That is, you have managed to get such a whack on your bottom by Rama that your teeth are going to come out. This is what Kumbhakarna is telling Ravana. And I was a little shocked when I first saw the word. And then I realized that in the 18th century, Soot is a very commonly used word in a very respectable fashion. The Dubash Anandarangam Pillai uses it very often in his diary. So it's not the kind of word that we think of it today. So, but we have had wonderful. Team 4 has opened its account. Uh, the song is Nerti Idu. That is, this is correct. Whatever has happened to you, Ravana, is correct. You deserve this and you deserve a lot more. This is what, Kumbhakarna is telling Ravana. We go to question 3 on this. Ayyayo is a very South Indian term to indicate lament. Its most famous usage is in the Padam Payyada Paimida. Of course, we felt that it was inauspicious, so Ayyayo Vegatayana became Ammamo Vegatayana over a period of time, though it destroys the prasam completely. But none other than Tyagaraja himself has used Ayyayo. So, what are we talking about? And of course, you can always now come back and say he used harami also. But the point here is Tyagaraja has used the word ayyayo to very good effect in a composition, identify the composition. Time up. Okay. Team 4. Come on. Beginners, you've just open the account. You can attempt it. Just think. Time up. Next, team 5. No. Team 1. Team 1 pass. What's happened to you? Have you retired or something? Ah,
Just a guess. Maria the Kadura that song.
it's Yemani Vegintune Sri Rama. Na Muddu Devudu Nannu Basen Ayyayyo. He uses it with wonderful effect in his composition. Next question goes to team 4. According to Subbarama Dikshitar, this oft-heard Madras Bhashai term is the ideal description for those who classify Shyama Shastri compositions as tough. What is the word? If you're driving on the road, and let me tell you, it's not Saugraki, so don't come back to me and tell me it's that one. But the point is that this is such a common abuse word in Chennai. Like Porambokku, Saugraki, and other things, this word is also used regularly. What is this word that Subbarama Dikshitar uses to describe people who think Shyama Shastri compositions are tough? Hang on, sir, we'll come to you. I don't think anybody is getting it here. So, just try, attempt any, don't give me very bad words and all that, but give me some possibly bad words. You can even whisper in my ear. Come. In case you are embarrassed, then I'll tell everybody. No, well, Paradesi incidentally is a good try, but that's more Purandaradasa's forte, Nene, Paradesi, Nene, Swadesi, and all that. That's a very good one, but that's not the word. What about you? Come along. It's not Kasmalam. I don't think Subbarama Dikshitar went to that extent. It was a little more respectable. No. One, we have exhausted, let me see, no Saugraki, no Kasmalam, no, what was the other one? Paradesi, all that has no Porambokku.
Mudevi?
Mudevi, no, sorry. Incidentally, Mudevi is the next question, but we'll come to that in its own time. But வீட்ல சொல்லிட்டு வந்தே is really inspired. He deserves a prize. Audience, sir. No, it's not Bemani, Somari. Somarulu. He says these people are so lazy that they are not able to learn a Shyama Shastri Kriti. What are they talking about? And because of that, they decided to brand the composition as a tough composition. So he has no sympathy for them. So he says Somarulu. So Somari is the word that he is using. He must have, see, he came here and he lived in Mir Sahib Pet. So for all you know, he may have picked it up here and then gone back and decided to use it in the composition. Okay, I think we have come we come to the end of the round? No, you're coming to the 5th one. Okay, this goddess was the first. Now read the question very carefully because the answer is in the question itself. The goddess was the first to be worshipped in any shrine and was therefore known as Jyeshta Devi. In Tamil, this became Mutta Devi. Over a period of time, it came to be Mudevi, and from being a goddess who was worshipped, she came to be a goddess who was considered to be inauspicious. So the elder sister of Sri Devi became Moodevi and you did not worship her. From the works of a 15th century composer, we know that this transformation had happened even then. Who uses this expression? The answer is in the question itself. It's a Tamil composition from what you can see. It's a 15th century composer. Whom are we looking at? Time up. Okay, one.
Arunagirinathan?
It is Arunagirinathan in his Tirupugal. He uses the term Moodevi to indicate that, people who were troublesome. So he brings that in over there. Now we come to the audience rounds. Audience, next question. I think you've gone to the previous. 15th century. Arunagirinathan is the only composer we have in Tamil in the 15th century. That's why we put it in there. The people of Tanjavur area had a code word for liquor. Tyagaraja uses it beautifully in a composition where he compares it to milk and cream. What is it? Everybody knows this composition. Yes, please. Please give it to that. Yeah. Come on. You can come here. What is the word? Kallu is there, but he uses a code word. And Kallu doesn't come anywhere in Sakani Rajamargamulanu undaga. You're close. Come on. Chikkani palu means good milk. Meegada, cream, undaga. Then, Siyanu Ganga Sagara Mele. Ganga Sagaram means liquor, cheap liquor, arak, pooch, etc. So that is what Tyagaraja is referring to over here. One more question is there for the audience, right? Polaveri is a word that became popular owing to the Dhanush song in the film 3, exclamation mark. Is it 3? I think 3, yes. But it has its first appearance in Tamil poetry in the works of a composer whose time is believed to be the 7th century. Whose work? The exact expression is Polaveri Vengai, which means a tiger that is murderous with rage. This is a word that is used. Vidya Nagarajan, yes, please. It's not Abhayar, but you're close by. It is Appar, Tirunavukarasar. In his Tiruvadigai Veeratanam, in his Padigam, he uses the word Polaveri Vengai. So that is probably one of the earliest times that we are able to hear this particular expression. We now go to the audio round. Scores at the end. 45 team 1 and 5 team 4. Great. We'll go ahead with this one. Now you must just remember, now it passes from here. Don't be nervous. Just pay close attention. This is an audio round. So you'll be able to listen to the speech that is going to come up now. You'll have to identify the voice. It's a speech that is coming up. It's not a musical piece, it's a speech. But the answer is in the speech. So just listen to it.
ഒരു സുഖം ദുഃഖം രണ്ടും കലർന്നൊരു യോഗമാണ്. സന്തോഷം ദുഃഖം രണ്ടും കലർന്നിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു യോഗമാണ്. ഒരു ഭാഗത്തിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു മഹാവിദ്വാൻ പോയല്ലോ, ആ ശാരീരം നമുക്ക് കേൾക്കാൻ കിട്ടില്ലല്ലോ, ഈ ഒരു ദുഃഖം. ഇനിയൊരു ഭാഗത്തിൽ നമ്മുടെ രാജ്യത്തിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരാൾ ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ശാരീരിക സമ്പത്തോടും കൂടി വിദ്വാൻ ജനിച്ചിട്ട് മരണം വരയ്ക്കും കച്ചേരി ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് ഇങ്ങനെ പോയതിൽ ഒരു ആശ്ചര്യം, ഒരു സന്തോഷം ഇങ്ങനെ ആർക്കും കിട്ടില്ല. അതുകൊണ്ട് അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ എന്ത് പറഞ്ഞു വെച്ചാൽ, ഒരു പ്രാവശ്യം
They made a wrong guess. Can they guess again? They're asking. Go ahead. You still got time.
Is it Mani Iyer?
It is Mani Iyer. Yes. Palghat Mani Iyer speaking at the passing of Chembai Vaidyanatha Bhagavatar. And there is a lovely line which I cut out because he says, Ayangarwal Pechul Padum Namma Bhagavatar Moochullavarai Padi. That he mentions that in that. It's a stunning moment, a great tribute from one genius to two other geniuses in the world of music. And I cut that out because that would have given the answer straight away. But fantastic. That is Palgat Mani Iyer. So great.
ஒரு சுகம்
You give them the
துக்கம்
mark.
ரெண்டும் கலந்த ஒரு யோகமான
Yeah. Next question. No, it goes from here, right? So
சந்தோஷம்
team
துக்கம் ரெண்டும் கலந்து
என்பவர்கள் அந்த இருவர்களும் அத்புதமாய் பேசியிருக்கிறார்கள். அதை காட்டிலும் நான் சொல்லுவதற்கு எனக்கு ஒரு யோகியத்தையும் கிடையாது. அவர்களுடைய இந்த சபையினருடைய அனுமதியின் போது நான் பரம திருப்தியோடு 2 வார்த்தைகளை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்ளுகிறேன்.
Yeah. Maybe we give them some
யோகத்தில்
other.
எப்படி இருவர்கள் என்பவர்கள் அந்த இருவர்களும் அத்புதமாய் பேசியிருக்கிறார்கள். அதை காட்டிலும் நான் சொல்லுவதற்கு எனக்கு ஒரு யோகியத்தையும் கிடையாது. அவர்களுடைய இந்த சபையினருடைய அனுமதியின் போது
Sorry, we cut
நான்
this.
பரம
We give you the
திருப்தியோடு
next one.
என்பவர்கள்
See, I didn't realize that the
அந்த
audio. No, no, we are
இருவர்களும்
cutting this.
அத்புத்
We go to
என்பவர்கள்
third.
என்பவர்கள்
Okay, now you're going to hear a song being played on the Nagaswaram. Okay? But it is not a Carnatic music song. But it was played by an outstanding Nagaswaram exponent, not in film, but in the middle of a concert. You'll have to identify the song. Just relax, throw your mind and identify the song. This is the background. Now the song. Okay, so it's a very, very famous film song, and he decided to play it because the person who sang it came into the concert hall at that moment. And this was his way of recognizing one great artist, recognizing another great artist. He did it twice. This is once, the other time he plays another composition, but that would have been a dead giveaway, so I thought of using this. Come on. That's the composition. Time up. Okay, we come here. No, we go that way. So team 3. Time? Time over? Okay, next. 2, 5. It's not Ajasanam, but not a bad guess. But then it is Mera Dil Ye Pukare Aja from the film Nagin. Lata Mangeshkar just came into the hall and Karukurchi Arunachalam performed this composition welcoming her. In another concert, he plays Ye Zindagi Usi Ki Hai Jo Kisi Ka Ho Gaya from the film Anarkali. It's, I doubt if anybody would have had the guts to do what he did. Amazing man. நக்கலா இங்க ஒரு கமெண்ட் மை மதர் வுட் ஹவ் கெஸ்ட் இட் அப்படின்னு மீனிங் இந்த கழபோல்ட்டெல்லாம் இந்த மாதிரி கேள்வியெல்லாம் தூக்கின்னு வந்து எங்கேருந்து வராங்க பாய் இவங்கெல்லாம் பரவாயில்ல நாட் பேட் நாட் பேட் ஓகே நெக்ஸ்ட் கொஸ்டின் டீம் 3 identify the voice.
Ramnath Krishnan.
No. It's a person who, I should have given you the clue earlier, not a person who gives vocal performances, but he's singing here.
Shri Guruvayur Dorai?
No. Good guess, but no.
M. Chandrasekharan.
M. Chandrasekharan it is, singing at a concert in Shastri Hall. It's a recording of that. Now the next question comes to you, team 2, and it's a very simple question. You'll have to identify the speaker here. It's a dead giveaway just listening to the man talk.
அமெரிக்கால ஒரு லேடி வந்து சவுத் இந்தியாவில் இருக்கிற ஆபேரி எல்லாம் எடுத்துன்னு போனா என்னுடைய சுத்த தெய்வம் ஆபேரி கொடுத்துருக்கேன். நம்ம இங்கேயே தென்னிந்தியாலேயே இருந்து சவுச தெய்வம் பாடி வீடு வீடா கட்டின்னு இருக்கோம். பாவபூர்வமா பார்த்தா அந்த அந்த கீர்த்தனைக்கு அது அவ்வளவு தகுந்ததா இல்லைன்னு என்னுடைய ஒப்பீனியன். தாளனும் நன்னேலு போறா, என்னால இது தாங்க முடியல அப்படின்னு பாவமா தாளனும் நன்னேலு போறா அப்படின்னு பண்ண பாவமே போயிடுது. நகுமோ மோகனலே நகுமோ.
Subudu sir.
It's not Subudu, but good guess. Good guess. Yeah. One.
This is S. Rajam.
It is S. Rajam. There are several giveaways in it. One is nobody used to speak on notes, on swaras like the way he used to. And that habit of repeating himself. In fact, we used to laugh with him saying, sir, neenga itane perku paattu kattu koduthu the janta varsha mariye neenga pesreen. He said, sir, vangu, ukarungo. That's how he would repeat keywords in every sentence and he would laugh himself. He was a great man. So that is team, now we come to team 1. You'll have to, good that you got this question, you deserve it. Next one.
Sprouted trees, ஒரு சின்ன தளிர் நம்ம பல்லவியோடைய ஆஸ் அப்படிதான் இருக்கும். அதை டெவலப் பண்ணி பிரான்ச்சஸும் ஃப்ளவர்ஸும் ஃப்ரூட்ஸும் அந்த பல்லவத்தினால அது எப்படி விரிவடைகிறதோ அப்படி இந்த பல்லவின்னு கூடியது பதலய விநியாசம் சொல்லப்பட்டு பாடப்பட்டு வருது. இந்த நிரவல் இந்த இதெல்லாமே கிட்டத்தட்ட தியாகராஜருக்கு அப்புறமா தான் விநியாசம்ன்றது ஏற்பட்டது.
He's speaking on Pallavi, as you can make out.
கோல்டன் பீரியட்ல சொல்ல அந்த பீரியட்ல நிறைய பல்லவிகள் விதவிதமா பாடப்பட்டது. நிரவல் பல்லவிகள் தான் நிறைய பாடப்பட்டது.
Who's this? Have you found out? You found out, huh? Hang on, easy, go on.
Shri Rangaramanujaya Iyengar? Rangaramanujaya Iyengar?
No.
Is it M.D. Ramanathan by any chance?
No, it is not. No, it's not. Sir, team 3. Not S. Ramanathan also. Very different voice. Team 2. Audience, anybody in the audience? It is Chitraveena Narasimhan, sir. He is the one who is holding forth on Pallavis in that particular leg them. There is later on it says Karnataka idala nariya nadakkuradhu adala I cut out because I didn't want people to get a clue. But this is the one. Audience, you have one question. I'll tell you the background behind this. Ramanuja Iyengar was, in my opinion, perhaps the greatest among them all because of all that he did and the legacy that he laid, which we are still following. Some ways he was a very lucky man also because he got everything when he lived, and then later on after he passed away also, lots of honors came his way. His greatness is still recognized. In his centenary year, K.V. Narayan Swami used to sing a Sanskrit composition on Ariyakudi Ramanujayengar. So you'll hear him talk about it now. I want you to identify who the composer, the lyricist of the composition was.
நாதநாம கிரியை, நவரோஸ், புன்னாகவராளி, காப்பி, சிந்துபைரவி, இந்த 6 ராகம் அமைச்சிருக்கு. ஸ்ரீ விஷ்ணு பரச்சி பிரபம் ஸ்ரீ விஷ்ணு பரஜிந்தன பகவரியம் ஸ்ரீ வைஷ்ணவ குல பிரசூன பிரபாவம் சங்கீத ரத்னாகர பத்மபூஷணம் சங்கீதம் ரத்னாகர பத்மபூஷணம் சத்குருவரம் நௌமி ராமானுஜாக்ஷம்.
I just couldn't resist putting in that question because to me Ramanujayengar is somebody very special. And that composition is so beautiful in its Sanskrit, in its description of him, his character, his music, what he did. It's just amazing as a composition. Now, KVN has set it to music, as you can see. But who was the person who wrote the lyrics? It's as much a work of genius as, okay, come on, try. It's not Madurai Krishnan. Okay, I'm not going to give that answer. I'm not going to comment on that on the mic, but I'll tell you a story later. Yeah. It is T.S. Balakrishna Sastrigal, Sri Vishnupada Chintana Bhaktavaryam, Sri Vaishnava Kula Prasuna Prabhavam, Sangeeta Ratnakara Padma Bhushanam Sadguruvaram Naumi Ramanujakyam. And then, you know, even his humor, Sahacharina Vinoda Chatuvakyam, all kinds of things. Shiva Guru Pada Kirtana something, and then Prabala Prabandhadi Kirtana Karam. Because he set the Andal Tirupavai to music. Everything will come in that composition. It's magnificent. Anyway, so they just make a, you know, when they give the prizes, there's no point. It's only an audience round. So last round, we go to the 4th round now. This is a video round. And every one of these videos, from what I know, is from films. But again, old movies. I'm sorry about that, but that's my area of interest. And so I put them all in. You'll have to suffer them. But everyone, it's called Chittiram Pesudadi because the screen is speaking and it is singing over here. So we come back to team 5. Let's start with you. The first question has Shivaji Ganesan and Bhanumati from the movie Ambikapati. You'll have to identify the temple that is in the background. Come on, let's play the...
காணும் யாவும் காதலன்றி வேறு ஏதிங்கே ஏழுகாலம் சென்றலோடு சேர்ந்த பின்னாலே ஏழுகாலம்.
Go ahead. It is the Belur Chennakeswara temple. Fantastic. You scored well on that one. The next song, which is for Team 4, this has Padmini dancing Hindi movie, and the film is called Pardesi. The entire tune of this song is lifted from a Carnatic composition. You'll have to identify the composer. Okay, they've got it. I think we can. We all know the composition. We want the composer. Come on, guess. It is Ramanathapuram Puchi Srinivas Iyengar, fantastic. Nadarudim Tanadirana, the very famous Tilana, which has been used, filmed to very beautiful effect. Now we come to Team 3. This is a tough question, I'm sorry, but it's the luck of the draw. Identify the voice. You listen to it first, and then we see. Okay, in case you find that it was difficult because the audio quality was not great, I'll change the question for you just to, can you identify the film? It was a very, very well-known film. If you look carefully, you saw MGR over there.
Baghdad Sridan.
Well, you're close, but it's not that. Can we?
The voice, I don't know.
No, the voice was P.A. Periyanayaki, but it was not a great recording, so I'll leave that out. And can you try? He came very close to the answer. Identify the film.
Malaikallan.
It is Malaikallan, that's right. It is MGR's Malaikallan, later made in Hindi as Azad, and those are Sai and Subbalakshmi, who were known for their synchronized dancing. Okay, we come to Team 2. You'll have to, this has got a very long, I think you skipped one question. You'll have to go back. Okay, here, there is a long dialogue passage. You'll have to suffer the dialogue passage. And then at the end of the dialogue passage, there is a very famous composition that is being played in the background to indicate that he is going to cheat on her later and that he is not going to be faithful to her. Just listen to it and tell me whether you can. The previous one.
அன்புள்ள ராதா, நீ விதவை என்பது தெரிந்திருந்தும் நான் உன்னை விரும்புகிறேன். நீ ஒரு அபலை. அபலைக்கு ஆதரவு தர அளவில்லாத ஆவல் எனக்கு வாழ்க்கை வசதி உண்டு. நீ இந்த தோசை வியாபாரத்தை விட்டுவிடலாம். இன்பலோகத்தில் குடியேறலாம். 6 மாதமாக அடைத்து வைத்திருந்த எண்ணம், அதை இன்று வெளியிடுகிறேன்.
We'll abandon this question because the quality of sound is very, there's too much of ambient noise which I didn't bargain for. We'll cut this also, go to the next one. This one. This is a very famous song. There is a musician who is dancing. You'll have to identify the playback.
காதலுக்கு ஜாதி இல்லை பேதம் இல்லை ஏதும் இல்லை கருப்பு இல்லை சிகப்பு இல்லை கட்டுதாலிக்கா இருக்கல கல்யாணம் கல்யாணம் கல்யாணம். ஆண்டவன் ஜன்னத்தே அருள் புரிந்தாரே ஆகும் என் மனமே அன்றைய தினமே அன்றைய தினமே. ஆண்டவன் ஜன்னத்தே அருள் புரிந்தாரே ஆகும் என் மனமே அன்றைய தினமே. சர்வஜா கிரிஜா ஜல்லஜா வல்லஜா மாலினி லோசன் மஞ்சுள பாசினி யாரோ ஒரு பெண்மணி அவனே உன் கண்மணி பட்டண பெண்ணோ பட்டிக்காரோ கட்டின ராஜா ஹனிமூன் போட கிருதகினிக்தா ஜனக்கு 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 ஹே விளக்கு வாய்த்தாள் உனக்கு வீடு கூட்டி வைத்த கல்யாணம் தனக்கின கல்யாணம் பதினத்தோம் கல்யாணம். தாசன்மாகவே உலகத்தில் வாழவே.
So you have a very famous musician there who's dancing as though he's on weed or some such thing. Who is that?
It's Veenai Balachandran.
It is S. Balachandran. Fantastic. And the voice, incidentally, is not his. It is Chandrababu who is singing for Balachandran because, all those yodeling and all that Balachandran was not wanting to do. I did, but then I thought I'll make it easier for them because they are not, so I had to make it easier for them. So that's the one. Now the last question which comes to team one, you already know the answer? Okay. Pardon the acting, which is the absolute pitch. Okay, this must be like they must have learned acting through correspondence or some such thing. But pay attention to the music, which is completely different quality altogether. And the voice.
குழந்தையின் கதி என்னவாயிற்று? அந்த கருணாநிதி மாதவனுக்குத்தான் தெரியும்.
Come on.
But is it NC Vasantha Kokilam?
It is NC Vasantha Kokilam. Fantastic. From the movie Krishna Vijayam, nobody else could have had a higher pitch than that. He was acting the role of Narada, incidentally, in the film. And with that, I think we come to the end of our quiz. So what are the marks? Is there a tie? Okay. Okay, so we have team 1 with 60, team 5 with 25, team 4 and team 2 with 15 each. Great. Thank you very much. You've been a wonderful set of participants. Thanks a lot for, Thank you.